Today we are going to deal with forward commitments, which is one of the most interesting and one of the most challenging topics to be tested in CFA level 1 derivative portion. Now, forward commitments are basically contractual obligations between two parties where there is a buyer of the forward contract and there is a seller of the forward contract. Definitely these are OTC derivatives, these are not exchange traded derivatives. So these happen with the dealer or the brokers but not in the exchange traded funds. Now, these are the contractual agreements or obligations to be fulfilled by both the parties, and they have agreed to enter into the contract at a given price to be executed at that specific price on the specific date and at the given rate. Now, in the derivative portion, today we are going to start with forward commitments. Now, forward commitments, as I said, there are two parties to the forward contract or forward commitment, one being A and the other one being B. Now, the party to the contract, one party to the contract enters into the forward commitment. Basically, both the parties enter into a forward contract or forward commitment where one party goes long, that is, speculates on the rise in the price of a particular commodity or a derivative or a stock or a share, and one party speculates on the fall in the price, maybe a commodity, derivative or a share. Now, in our example over here, we can take that A has entered into a forward commitment with Mr. B where A has gone long, that is, A has purchased or A has speculated, to be more precise, and thematically we can understand that this is how the contract happens, where A is purchasing a forward commitment, where A buys a forward contract and B sells a forward contract, that is, B goes short and A goes long. Now, which is the forward contract? Forward contract is usually taken on a commodity or a derivative. In our case, we are taking SBI futures. SBI futures, which is trading right now at $1,000. A has gone long on SBI futures and B has gone short on SBI futures. A has gone long F plus on SBI and B has gone F minus on SBI. That means, to be more precise, A says that on the maturity, which in our example I am taking it as 1 year. So on maturity, that is after 1 year, A says that the price on the SBI future is going to rise, and B says that price on the SBI future is going to fall. Now, on maturity, there are two cases. Either there would be a price rise or there would be a price fall. If in case the price rises, case 1, price of SBI futures is, say, like $1,400. Now, on maturity, that is after 1 year, the price of SBI futures is $1,400. Definitely, A has won the forward contract, and the settlement of a forward contract can be on the basis of two ways. One being a physical settlement, and another one being cash settlement. The physical settlement says that A is going to physically take the delivery of the SBI futures, and so far as cash settlement is concerned, there is no physical exchange of any commodity or any futures or any shares or any other derivatives. Rather, it is the difference which one party has to pay the other party. Now, so far as physical settlement is concerned, A will buy, since A has entered into a contractual obligation to buy, no matter whatever happens, whether the share price or whether the futures price rise or whether the futures price fall, A has taken an obligation. A is bound to buy by paying $1,000 for the SBI futures. A will buy paying $1,000 to B, and B shall deliver A the futures at $1,000 purchasing it from the market for $1,400. So what B is going to do is that B is going to go to the market, and the shares which are basically the futures which are prevailing right now is $1,400. So B is going to purchase it at $1,400 and give it to A, incurring a loss of around $400 because B had entered into a contractual obligation to purchase it from the market and sell it to A for only $1,000. Now what happens in cash settlement? It's very simple. There is no physical exchange of any commodities or derivatives of futures or in shares. Rather, A will receive only $400 as the differential amount from B. Since B has lost the contract, A has won the bet. B has lost the bet, A has won the bet. A is going to receive $400 and B is going to pay $400. Now, case 2. Price of the SBI futures falls down, that is A loses the bet, B wins the bet, falls down to say like $850. Now when the price of the SBI futures falls down, A is still going to pay $1,000 to buy the share, because to buy the futures or the share, because A had contracted to do so, and B on the other hand will purchase from the market at $850 and deliver it to A physically for $1,000, because that was the contract for. B had contracted that I am going to sell at $1,000 no matter whatever the price is going to be. A had contracted that I am going to buy at $1,000 no matter whatever the price of the market is going to be. So physical settlement A will pay $1,000 to B and take the futures, and B shall purchase at $850 from the market and deliver it to A. Next, cash settlement. Over here again it's exactly the similar way as we had done in case 1. Cash settlement over here, since A has lost the bet, A is definitely going to pay $150, that is the differential amount, to B, and B is going to receive the same. So over here in cash settlement A was receiving, over here in cash settlement A will pay $150, that is the differential amount, to B. This difference is $1,000 minus $850. This difference is $1,400 minus $1,000. So this is all about the forward commitments which are settled on 2 ways. One is physical settlement and one is cash settlement. Basically these are the contractual obligations between 2 parties, one being the buyer, one being the seller, and both the parties to the contract execute it on the maturity date, and whoever wins receives money in terms of cash settlement or receives the physical delivery, and whoever loses pays the other in terms of cash settlement.